Finding your way home in space is one of humanity's greatest challenges, a test of ingenuity, courage, and scientific mastery. Imagine for a moment floating thousands or even millions of miles from Earth. The vast blackness stretches in every direction. Stars glimmer, planets shine, and distant galaxies swirl. Yet in all this grandeur, there's one simple goal: to return home. The process of navigating the cosmos, of finding your way back to Earth, is a story that blends ancient wisdom with cutting-edge technology, and at its heart is the human desire to explore, and ultimately, to reunite with the familiar. The first principle of finding your way home in space starts with understanding where you are. In the vacuum beyond our planet, there are no roads, no signposts, and certainly no GPS satellites in the traditional sense. Space navigation relies on a combination of celestial mechanics, onboard instruments, and constant communication with mission control back on Earth. The astronauts and engineers must know their position with extraordinary precision, often to within a few meters, even as they travel at thousands of kilometers per hour. To determine one's location in space, navigators turn to the stars, just as ancient sailors did, but using far more sophisticated tools. Star trackers, mounted on spacecraft, observe the positions of stars and compare them to detailed catalogs, allowing computers to triangulate the ship's orientation. The sun, too, provides a vital reference point. Its light and heat are constant companions, and by measuring their angle and intensity, navigators can infer their position relative to the solar system. But knowing where you are is only the beginning. The next step is plotting a course home. In space, movement is governed by the laws of physics, particularly Newton's laws of motion and the complex dance of gravitational forces. Traveling from one point to another is not as simple as steering a car. It requires careful calculation of trajectories, velocities, and timing. A spacecraft returning to Earth from orbit, the Moon, or beyond must perform a series of precise maneuvers, called burns, using its engines to adjust its path. Orbital mechanics is the science that makes this possible. Imagine the spacecraft as a marble on a giant invisible track shaped by the pull of gravity. To change direction, the marble must be pushed at exactly the right moment and with the right amount of force. Too little, and it drifts endlessly. Too much, and it misses its target. The most famous maneuver is the re-entry burn, which slows the spacecraft enough to fall back towards Earth, entering the atmosphere at just the right angle. Too steep, and the craft is destroyed by friction. Too shallow, and it bounces off into space. Throughout this journey, communication with Earth is essential. Radio signals beam across millions of kilometers, carrying telemetry, data, and the voices of astronauts. Ground stations track the spacecraft's position, monitor its systems, and provide instructions. In emergencies, these teams can help plot alternate courses or troubleshoot problems. The Deep Space Network, a series of giant radio antennas located around the globe, is our lifeline to distant explorers, ensuring that, even as astronauts drift farther from home, they are never truly alone. But what happens when communication is lost, or when astronauts must navigate for themselves? This is where onboard autonomy comes into play. Modern spacecraft are equipped with sophisticated computers capable of calculating positions, planning maneuvers, and executing sequences without human intervention. Some even use artificial intelligence to adapt to unexpected changes, such as debris avoidance or system failures. For deep space missions, this autonomy is essential, as signal delays can stretch to hours, far too long for real-time control. Another crucial aspect of finding your way home is knowing what home means in the context of space travel. For some missions, home is Earth itself, a blue dot floating in darkness. For others, such as lunar or Martian explorers, home may be a base or habitat, a place of safety and life amid hostile landscapes. Navigation to these destinations requires knowledge of local terrain, landmarks, and hazards. Rovers and landers use cameras, sensors, and maps to traverse alien worlds, always keeping their home beacon in sight. Human factors play a vital role as well. Astronauts train for years to master navigation, emergency procedures, and decision-making under pressure. They learn to trust their instruments, work as a team, and maintain composure in the face of uncertainty. The psychological challenge of isolation and distance is immense, and the thought of returning home, of seeing loved ones, breathing Earth's air and walking on familiar ground is a powerful motivator. Finding your way home in space also means planning for contingencies. Missions carry backup systems, redundant navigation aids, and emergency supplies. Spacecraft are designed to withstand harsh conditions and unexpected failures. Rescue plans are drafted, and astronauts rehearse lost-in-space scenarios, practicing how to orient themselves, locate the sun or stars, and use manual controls. In the event of a malfunction, the path home may be difficult and dangerous, but it is rarely impossible. Throughout history, there have been moments when navigation home was a matter of life and death. One of the most famous is the story of Apollo 13. After an explosion crippled their spacecraft, the astronauts and mission control worked tirelessly to plot a safe course back to Earth, using lunar gravity to slingshot the craft and improvising solutions with limited resources. Their successful return stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless drive to find home, no matter the odds. Looking to the future, the challenge of finding your way home in space will only grow. As humanity ventures to Mars, asteroids, and beyond, new technologies will emerge: quantum navigation, autonomous drones, and interplanetary positioning systems. These advances will make space travel safer and more reliable, but the fundamental principles will remain the same. Know where you are, know where you're going, and never lose sight of home. In essence, the journey home from space is a journey of discovery. It demands that we blend the wisdom of the past with the innovation of the present. It requires courage, resilience, and a deep respect for the forces that shape our universe. And above all, it is a reminder that no matter how far we travel, the idea of home, of belonging, safety, and connection remains at the heart of every voyage. So, as we continue to explore the cosmos, let us remember the lessons of navigation: to look to the stars, trust our instruments, work together, and hold fast to the dream of returning home. For in the end, the path through space is not just a physical journey. It is a story of hope, determination, and the unbreakable bond between humanity and the world we call our own.